All right, what's going on, folks? It's the old soldier coming at you today from Robeson County, North Carolina. Just got up from a nap. Been a little under the weather today. No, it's not COVID. It's just messing my blood flaring up. It is just kind of causing me to be fatigued and groggy. But anyway, today's video is going to be on, I went and did something. I went and bought me a new Pew Pew. Yeah. Magazine's out. Chamber's empty. But I said I've always wanted one, so finally broke down and got me an Auto Ordnance GI 45. Alright. Now there's a couple other companies out there making them. Colt, which now has been bought out by CZ, I think. They've got a GI model, very similar. I had one of these years ago. Long before I really got into collecting and, I said collecting handguns, firearms, that kind of thing. And being a young married man between jobs and things got desperate, it found itself to a pawn shop, and we were able to make it through the end of the month when I got a new job. But it was one of my regrets growing up, being newly married, was selling it. And I remember the Auto Ordnance I had before. It's just that this has just got the classic GI lines, and that's what I love about it. To include the hammer, spur, the beaver tail, along with the spring housing here. It's got the rounded one. You know, I've showed you all my other one before where this is kind of flat, this is kind of rounded. To include the fact that it's got the lanyard loop. You see right here, so you can hook a gun, pistol lanyard to it if you wanted to. Just your standard GI type sights. This was the pistol that, became an icon in firearms, folks. Okay? It became an icon in firearms for U.S. firearms. Still is an icon, if you ask me. As far as the military application goes, they only modified it once, and that was to the A1, because the original 1911s didn't have the grip safety. Okay, and what they found out, people would holster them and catch the trigger with the gun already loaded and cocked, and boom. So they developed the grip safety in order to keep that from happening. But this one here, probably going to take it out this weekend to the range here in the backyard and shoot it, just to kind of start breaking it in. I can't spare a whole lot of ammunition, but I can spare enough to run about 50 to 100 rounds to it this weekend. But yeah, I've always wanted to replace the one that I got rid of all those years ago, and so here it is. Like I said, love it. I just love I'm a classic lover of the 1911 in its simplest form. Now I get it. There you got your Colt, your Wilson Combats, you got your Kimbers. That's all great and wonderful, but I'm just kind of a simple guy when it comes to the 1911, and so I'm just ecstatic to get one of these back in my possession. Don't get me wrong, I love my Para Ordnance one that I've got. That thing is phenomenal. I love shooting it. But this right here I don't know, brings back a sense of nostalgia. I remember my dad talking about World War II towards the end of it when he transferred from the 508th Parachute Infantry to 82nd Signal Company. For the last few months he was in the Army. He did so hoping in those few months that he'd learn a trade before he got out, other than learn how to drop mortar rounds on people's heads, among other things. So the sergeant he worked with in the 82nd Signal Company, about every day they would go to the arms room and draw 45s, and they had this bulk, all this ton of ammunition, and nobody cared. And they would just take them out and go shoot. And I just remember my dad talking about the fun he had doing that. And with the 45. But like I said, an icon of U.S. pistols. You know, you can argue 9mm 45 all day long. I won't get into that argument about what's better. Because just as much as this is an icon to U.S. military, the Browning High Power is an icon to many European and other foreign militaries. The British, that was their standard sidearm for God only knows how long. The Canadians too, Australians, New Zealand, South Africa, Belgium. Okay, even the German Army used it during World War II. People don't realize that, but the Browning High Power 9, when the factory in Liege was captured by the Germans in World War II, there were several on the assembly line already finished that they issued out, and then they, you know, had forced labor continue to produce them. But of course, the people from that factory went into exile in Canada and continued to make them there. So it wasn't uncommon when German soldiers got captured, they'd have the Browning high-powered 9s on them. You know, little known fact of history there, people didn't know. But anyway, again, just a phenomenal piece that I am anxious to get out to the range and put a few rounds through it. Just simple elegance right here, folks. Simple elegance. And I know there's people out there that love their Glocks. Hey, by all means, love your Glocks. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think Glocks are a well-made firearm. For those that love shooting them, great. Me, I'm just not comfortable with them. Don't know what it is, don't know why, but when I fire a Glock, I feel like I'm holding a pork chop when I'm trying to shoot it. It's just me, okay? I don't knock, though, the quality of the Glocks, okay? So, just like people laugh about High Point. At the end of the day, does it do what it's supposed to? Yeah. But anyway, Auto Ordnance, Car Arms, they also make a replica of the Thompson submachine gun, of course, in semi-auto only. But I just, just feeling this in my hand now, and it's just, just so comfortable. Just, phenomenal piece. Phenomenal piece. And I got it at a good price too, because the Auto Ordnance website had it up back to almost $800. I was able to get this one today for $659. And then I bought an extra mag, and with taxes came out to $732. But my point being is that, the price they had it for, I couldn't resist either. It's $100 cheaper than what I could have ordered online and had it shipped from various websites, because I was checking Sportsman's Guide, Cheaper Than Dirt, Gun Trader. There was one more I checked anyway. They all had them going from $750 to $800 now. Even like I said, Auto Ordnance's website had these close to $800, just the basic GI model. And I thought, well, but about the only thing I might change on this later is to remove the plastic grips. Because these are plastic, I do believe. Yeah. And when I can find me a good set of wood grips, that's all. But even then, though, these, I love how these feel. So I might just keep them anyway. But yeah, just kind of glad to get this one and add it to my inventory. So anyway, just wanted to share that with y'all today. Nothing political, nothing to rant about. So until tomorrow, my friends, God bless, take care, stay safe, stay vigilant, stay armed, keep your eyes open, keep your head on a swivel. God bless, take care, so drop.